Is the QTV Nightly News, and I am Jul Denjai. Thank you for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. Alieu Momar Njie has announced his retirement as chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission. As the Gambia approaches the milestone of 60 years of independence, we bring you part 2 of the National Assembly story as we reflect on the institutions that have played a pivotal role in shaping our democracy. Fatou Kinte, the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, has issued a statement in observance of International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation, observed annually on February 6. Now, the Gambia Revenue Authority, GRA, is hosting a 2-day convergence to review and validate its district tax tribunal's objections and appeal tax brushes. The Q Group Foundation donated $100,000 in cash to victims of the Birkama Sandika Market fire disaster which occurred last week. These and other stories coming ahead. Do stay with us. Thank you very much for staying with us. If you are just tuning in, this is the QTV Nightly News. Now, Alieu Momar Njie has announced his retirement as chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission. He was appointed chairman of the commission in April 2016 and presided over the December 2016 presidential election, which brought about a change of government and the end of 22 years of President Jammeh's rule. Let's have more details of that in this report.
According to a Standard newspaper publication, Alieu Momar Njie was the first person from Serekunda to be sent to Banjul for schooling at a time when there was no school in Serekunda. On completing school in 1953, he joined his father, who was a groundnut trader. Alieu Momar Njie would go on to further study and hold diplomas in accountancy, business organization and industrial administration from Sheffield, UK, and served in the civil service. Njie was appointed chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission in April 2016. He presided over the 2016 election, which ended the regime of former dictator Yahya Jammeh. As a chairman of the commission, Njie played a huge role in ensuring a free, fair and transparent election despite the existing risks. Here we can hear from then IEC chairman on what could be expected of the conduct of the election.
Election results may be rigged to determine who will win or lose. But I stand here today to promise to you that as far as our concerted efforts are in play, this will never be the case in our dear country.
Here we can hear Chairman Njie announcing the result of that historic election.
I, Alieu Momar Njie, returning officer of the presidential election of 1st December 2016, hereby wish to give the final results of the election as follows. Adama Barrow, 260,515 votes. 263,515 votes. Sheikh Professor Alaji Dr. Yahya A.J. Jammeh Babili Mansa, 212,099 votes. 212,099 votes. Mama Kande, 102,969 votes.
After announcing Yahya Jammeh's defeat, allegedly, Njie fled to neighboring Senegal after rumors of his planned execution. In an interview with the Standard newspaper in 2017, Alieu Momar Njie suggests the following qualities for his successor, and I quote, "He must be experienced, knowledgeable and straightforward. For me, whatever I am doing, I know I have to account for all my actions. The person has to be somebody of high standing, honest and God-fearing." End of quote. The government of the Gambia now has the responsibility to appoint a new chairperson for the commission to continue the legacy of Alieu Momar Njie, whose successful stewardship of the IECs at the crucial point in the nation's history will be his enduring legacy. We wish Alieu Momar Njie endless days of relaxation and joy in his retirement. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jennifer Sonko.
Now, the Gambia is gearing up to celebrate 60 years of independence, reflecting on the institutions that have shaped its democracy. Central to this is the National Assembly, which has evolved from limited self-rule to a key pillar of governance, representation and progress, safeguarding the nation's democratic values. Aliou Cissé tells us more in part 2 of the National Assembly story.
The first female to parliament was Lucy Claire Diop. She was nominated to the House of Representatives in 1962 by the then Prime Minister Sadao Kairaba Jawara. On the other hand, Nyima Satasane Bojang from the Common North constituency was the first female to be elected to Parliament in the 1982 parliamentary elections. The inclusion of young voices in the Assembly reflects a nation looking toward the future. Among them is Honorable Dauda Jang of Nyamina East, the youngest lawmaker in the current legislature. Their presence brings fresh perspectives and energy, ensuring that the Assembly remains relevant to a rapidly changing world.
Parliament has been a learning point for me. As a university student, I am studying law at the university, but when I came in Parliament, I've never been to school. It's absolutely another university for me, and having an encounter with so many experts in different areas, like in Parliament, we have every committee have their SMS, we have our other ministers and MDs. So, technically, Parliament has been a learning point for me.
As the Gambia celebrates 60 years of independence, the National Assembly stands as a symbol of resilience and progress. It has witnessed the country's triumphs and challenges, adapting to new realities while holding firm to the principles of democracy and representation. Honorable Mariam Jack Denton, the fourth female Speaker of Parliament, also made history as the first Speaker of the National Assembly after the end of Jammeh's 20-year rule. During her tenure, Parliament underwent numerous transformations, including the creation of many parliamentary committees.
It was a big challenge. It was indeed a big challenge. We came from a long distance. You will know that 22 years of dictatorship under a so-called parliamentary democracy, taking over from such a situation is not easy. It wasn't easy, but with the support staff, the clerk, the then clerk, the present clerk, management team, and the honorable members, everybody at the parliament, we were able to swim through.
The story of the National Assembly is far from over. It is a story of the people, past, present, and future, working together to build a more inclusive, prosperous, and democratic Gambia. From limited self-rule to a beacon of democracy, the National Assembly remains at the heart of the Gambia's progress. Its story is a testament to the power of unity, resilience, and the enduring spirit of a nation. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
Now, Fatou Kinte, the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, has issued a statement in observance of the International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation, FGM, observed annually on February 6. The day serves as an opportunity to raise awareness about the harmful consequences of FGM and encourage global efforts to eradicate the practice. Fatou Gay tells us more.
The Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare statement underscores the importance of this day in the ongoing fight against FGM and the protection of women and girls. The International Day for Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation, FGM, provides a platform to reflect on the severe impact of FGM, raise awareness about its harmful effects, and offer an opportunity for government, organizations, and communities to emphasize the need to end the practice. It also serves as a call to advocate for the rights of women and girls while supporting those who have been affected by FGM. In the Gambia, the day serves as a crucial occasion to reaffirm the country's commitment to ending FGM,
a practice that have been long prevalent in the region. In 2024, the Gambian National Assembly voted to uphold the ban on FGM, further solidifying the country's dedication to safeguarding the rights and health of women and girls. Minister Kinte emphasizes the importance of the day.
The fight against FGM is a fight for the protection and empowerment of our girls and women. It's a fight to protect their fundamental human rights. It is a fight to maintain their dignity. It is a fight for equality, health, and the future of our nation. The United Nations, through the Sustainable Development Goals, recognizes the elimination of FGM as a key priority in advancing gender equality and the empowerment of women and girls. Specifically, goal number 5, to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls, includes a target to eliminate all harmful practices, including FGM.
The minister highlighted the significant progress made in the fight against FGM in the Gambia over the years, emphasizing the government's ongoing effort to completely eradicate the practice within the country.
In addition to popularizing the law, we will continue to strengthen the role of communities and local leaders, raising awareness on the harmful effects of FGM and creating a narrative about what it means to be Gambian. The government, working alongside our society organizations, will continue conducting outreach programs to further educate communities on the harmful effects of FGM.
Madam Kinte urges communities and local authorities to join forces in the collective effort to completely eliminate FGM practices in the Gambia.
As we observe the International Day for Zero Tolerance for FGM, let us all commit ourselves today and to redouble our efforts to end FGM in the Gambia. Let us make a collective vow that we will not rest until every girl in this country is able to grow up free from the trauma of FGM.
FGM has profound and lasting effects on health, well-being, and rights of girls and women. Despite the legal ban, the practice remains widespread in the Gambia, with an estimated 75% of girls and women aged 15 to 19 having to undergo FGM, according to a 2022 UNICEF report. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
The report there by Yafatu Gay will take us to a commercial break. When we return, we have more local stories for you. To stay with us.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taam place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal ne fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saas añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal bara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taam gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër bara wërga bii mooy warga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Supersonics Islamic Insurance, the Gambia's first digital insurance provider, brings innovation, convenience, and Sharia compliance to your doorstep. We offer a wide range of general insurance services, ensuring peace of mind and protection for what matters most. Whether at home, on the go, or in business, experience the difference with Supersonics Islamic Insurance Company Limited. Contact us today, +220-5132-319. 5132-318 or 5132-315. Email us info@supersonicsinsurance.com or on our website www.supersonicsinsurance.com or visit us at Bega Plaza 56 Liberation Avenue, Banjul.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. Now to the rest of our stories. The Gambia Revenue Authority, GRA, is hosting a two-day convergence to review and validate its district tax tribunal's objections and appeal tax brushes funded by the French Development Agency. Aliou Cisse tells us more.
The GRA's tax tribunal operates independently, allowing taxpayers to seek redress without fear of bias. However, understanding the appeals process is crucial to ensuring a successful challenge. This event brings together tax stakeholders and is intended to increase awareness among taxpayers and the general public on the functions of the tax administration system in order to foster transparency, fairness, and efficiency. Deputizing for the Commissioner General of GRA, Aliou Biteye, Director, Enterprise Risk Management, Reforms and Modernization and IT, says a robust tax system is built on trust and hopes it will further change the Gambia's tax landscape.
The objections and appeal system serve as a crucial function in any tax system as it ensures that every taxpayer is accorded the right to seek redress in a fair and impartial manner. It promotes voluntary compliance by reinforcing the principles that tax administration is not just about compliance or compliance enforcement, but also about equity and impartiality.
Alhaji Jallo, the Director of Revenue and Tax Policy at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, and Justice George Apa Kwabeng, President of the Tax Tribunal, an independent body established to resolve disputes between taxpayers and the authority, respectively, urged participants to actively participate in the discussions to help strengthen the tax dispute resolution framework.
Taxation is about law, and it is about law for a very good reason, because it is sensitive and it is controversial. And when these two particular issues are brought together, understanding of the law is paramount for both parties. Thus, the reason why a tax brochure is being prepared for the appeal mechanism, where grievances and redress mechanisms are put at the disposal of both taxpayers, but also tax administrators.
Today's stakeholders meeting will provide specific insights in that direction. We look forward to your effective participation and significant contributions, which would go a long way to change the tax administration landscape in the Gambia. Though long overdue, we agree with the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu when he says, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step," and we would like to start that journey with you.
The validation of this document will ensure that taxpayers have access to clear, concise, and comprehensive information on their rights and obligations regarding tax obligations and appeals. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
Now, the Q Group Foundation donated $100,000 in cash to victims of the Brikama Sandika Market fire disaster, which occurred on February 3, 2025, and destroyed their livelihoods. Momodo Gajaga was present at the handover ceremony, and this is his report.
The cash donation is part of the foundation's ongoing relief efforts in times of crisis. Omar Let, a representative of the Q Group Foundation, began offering words of comfort to those affected.
Q Group Foundation, ci njitali Jabari Mohamed Jamoy Aissatou Jah.
Under the leadership of Aissatou Jah, wife of Mohamed Jah, we have come to check on you and offer this financial support as part of our relief efforts. It is always a kind gesture to help those in need, and we hope this inspires others to offer their support as well. That is why we are handing over this $100,000 to assist you during this difficult time. Upon receiving the cash donation, Fode Manjang, chairman of the Brikama Market Committee, thanked the Q Group Foundation for their timely intervention, describing it as crucial during this critical moment. Our heartfelt thanks goes to the Q Group Foundation for this generous gesture. This is not the first time you've stepped in to help. A few years ago, a devastating fire destroyed the Brikama Market, and you were there to support those affected. We can only pray for your continued success and kindness. Other speakers, including Maimuna Jao, Assistant Secretary General, Lamin Jai, Secretary General of the Brikama Market, and Usman Gom, all echoed similar sentiments of gratitude and appreciation for the Q Group Foundation's timely support.
Many goods were destroyed when the fire struck. The impact of any fire outbreak is always devastating. We are truly grateful for the support.
The level of destruction here is devastating. The most important thing now is to mobilize support for the victims. No effort is too small. This is exactly what they need. Let us all make a conscious effort to avoid anything that could cause a fire outbreak. Prevention is always better than cure. The Brikama Sandika is a food store, market, and source of livelihood for hundreds of people. Various goods, including couscous, groundnuts, cereals, baobab, and many other food items are sold here. Despite the devastating fire last week, traders have begun using the open area to sell their products under makeshift roofs. Umudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Our hearts and prayers are with the affected victims. Now, after 7 years of collaborative efforts, the German Police Support Program for the Gambia Police Force has officially concluded. This partnership, which began with the goal of enhancing the capacity, professionalism and effectiveness of the Gambia Police Force, focused on key reforms designed to strengthen law enforcement practices, improve training, among others. Here is Yafa Tugay.
Through the collaboration of these two law enforcement forces, significant strides have been made in mobilizing police operations and aligning them with international standards. As the program ends, the Gambia Police Force is now poised to continue its reform journey with refound expertise and resources. Mr. Sebastian Eisenhardt is the head of the German Police Support Team, GPST project.
Over the past 7 years, we have overcome many challenges together, and I think we did great. We have conducted training courses to improve skills of police officers and developed various programs aimed at modernizing police training, implementing structured recruitment procedures, and increasing road safety. These are building blocks to enhance safety for police officers and citizens. The successes are clearly visible. Feedback on the ground shows growing satisfaction with police work. More and more citizens feel safer and are willing to actively cooperate with the police. Today marks the official end of this project. It is a moment to take stock, to look back on all that has been achieved, but also a moment to look forward to what is to come.
Sidi Mukhtar Toure, the Inspector General of Police, highlighted the achievements of the project and its positive impact on the Gambia Police Force.
This project has not only contributed to institutional strengthening, but has equally helped address key challenges that at one point seemed insurmountable. GPST did not just assist, it actively worked with us to find solutions, train officers, and to modernize our policing approach. For that, I say we are truly grateful.
Asan Tangara, who represented the Minister of Interior, thanked the German government and expressed the Gambian government's commitment to continue further collaboration on upcoming projects.
Leadership of the Gambia Police Force and all stakeholders, I urge you to remain steadfast in your commitment to the reform process. Let us sustain the momentum generated by this partnership and continue to prioritize the professional development of our new law enforcement agencies.
Mr. Klaus Butt said, the German ambassador to the Gambia applauded the GPST for their service in the Gambia Police Force, stating that this marks not the end, but the continuation of collaboration between the German government and the Gambia. One of the key components of this initiative was the donation of essential police equipment, including protective helmets and other gears, crucial for ensuring the safety and readiness of officers on duty. In addition, 2 vehicles were handed over to the Gambia Police Force, further enhancing their operational capabilities and overall effectiveness. The conclusion of this mission is regarded as a significant achievement in promoting long-term sustainable improvements within the Gambia's law enforcement sector, ensuring a better equipped and more efficient police force moving forward. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafati Gay.
This is all we have for you in this edition of the News Bulletin, but before we go, here is a recap of the headlines. Aliu Momar Njie has announced his retirement as chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission. As the Gambia approaches the milestone of 60 years of independence, we brought you part 2 of the National Assembly story as we reflect on the institutions that have played a pivotal role in shaping our democracy. Fatou Kinte, the Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, has issued a statement in observance of the International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation, FGM, observed annually on February 6. The Gambia Revenue Authority, GRA, is hosting a 2-day convergence to review and validate its district tax tribunals' objections and appeal tax brushes. The Q Group Foundation donated $100,000 in cash to victims of the Birkama Sandika Market fire disaster, which occurred last week. This is all we have for you in this edition of the Bulletin, but do join us at 10 p.m. for another news bulletin. Thank you for watching.